Welcome back guys, my name is Mike and welcome to my hardcore world, where for the last 1000 plus days we've been building a Dwarven empire based loosely off of the Lord of the Rings, aka Moria or Khazad-dûm. And this week is no different as we embark on starting our brand new Dwarven megacity that's going to encapsulate hundreds of different farms before we expand our world and start building all sorts of other kingdoms. But before we go ahead and roll the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button as it massively helps out the channel. But to make it interesting, I propose that we have a bit of a race. I'm closing in on 1 million stone mines, so let's see who can win. Can you as a community pull together and hit 10,000 subscribers, or can I hit 1 million stone mined before you guys hit that goal? Anyway, let's roll the video. Well guys, it's good to be back. Heading outside our Dwarven kingdom, you may notice that there's something a little bit different with our world compared to the very last video, which you may or may not have seen. And if you haven't guessed it already, yep, we have finally built our brand new gaming and editing PC, and I am absolutely excited to bring you more content. And in fact, we have so little lag, we can actually run Distant Horizons on our PC with very little impact to the performance. And that's pretty cool, as Distant Horizons is a mod that I've wanted to run on this channel for the longest time. Imagine a world where we could build this epic fantasy scene, like imagine the Dwarven hills behind us, watchtowers all over the place, an elven city off in the distance, random towers and structures dotted everywhere, just adding so much to the world, it would be insane. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and stick with our standard world in fabulously optimized instead, and it's only purely because I don't think that the Distant Horizons mod is in the best state that it could be, as it's a very new mod. And just as Gandalf once said about Gollum, I would make no hurt to this thing, as it is mine, my own, my precious. But seriously though, I wouldn't want to do anything that could potentially jeopardize this world or any of the aspects in it, so I don't know whether or not I should at least try making an episode with that mod. But let's get on with today's project, because for today's project we're coming to grab the beacon, and we're going to finish off the beacon, then we're coming to grab one of our very many diamonds, pop the diamond in there and get our haste 2 effect. Then I think we need to try and get up here without dying. Oh, there we are. Close call, but we managed it. Where I completely forgot that we have an entire area of water which needs to be covered up so that we can dig this entire area out. Oh no. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone and continue digging out this area. Then using the blocks that we mine, we can then go and place them up there, which seems kind of wrong considering we're just gonna go and remove them again, but you know, needs must and all that. Actually, scratch that. I have an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work. My idea involves swooping down to this lava pit, which has been around since forever. Because my idea involves coming up to the top of where the water is and simply placing down a bucket of lava, and I'm hoping it'll just create stone that we can go ahead and mine out. Now, the only downside is lava spread time takes quite a while, but is this going to be a much faster way than just placing down blocks and mining them out again? I feel like I got nowhere with that idea, so we're going to scratch that and we're just going to use this granite and we're just going to stick to traditional means. So, let's just roll the time lapse. I'm just gonna finish up with the last few blocks over here. And there we are. We've managed to clear some of the area out, but it's still got a long way to go. But I have had a bit of a revelation, and it's in the form of this little cubbyhole over here, as I thought this would make a perfect area to build a iron deposit / iron farm. So we'll have an entranceway built up here like the front of a building. It's now Thursday morning, and I think I'm going to go ahead and completely dig out this area because I've had a plan. Okie dokie then, so we've got the time lapse out of the way, we've dug out this entranceway, and now you may think it looks a bit funky, but we are actually going to be now building up an entire thing. So we're going to get to work getting this done, and I have a design in mind, but we're going to be doing it with the stream, which I'm currently live on over on Twitch right now. So let's go ahead, time-lapse this build, and build this entranceway. Okay, so we've now got the wall done, and this is just... oh. Okay, take two. Well, we've gone ahead and we've now got the wall complete. Now, this is just the base layer. This isn't going to be the only thing here. We're now going to extrude the design out using stone and stone brick. And we're going to add a bit of detail with some fences and some little windows. And we're going to add in some patterns and things to make it look a little bit dwarven. But we are trying to include a little bit more detailing in our builds moving forward, because I have realized we don't do enough. So jumping over to a new day, we decided to go ahead and carry on digging out some of the stone area above the new entranceway. And just another day in the life of a Minecraft YouTuber that has to continuously fill in large pockets of water in an underground base. Well, now that that's done... oh... Anyway, now that's that, I can't speak, I've lost my words. Now that that's done, we can go ahead and carry on digging out the area. Well, one dug out area later, and finish up a platform that we can come back and renovate later with a quick additional stop to grab some more golden carrots. Without forgetting a quick visit to our Enderman farm, we return back to the base, where we can finally get on with building this side of our entranceway to our Dwarven city. So, let's roll that time lapse. But I am going to leave it there, as I'd like to turn my attention back to where we built the creeper farm, because one of the goals for the creeper farm was to kind of expand it so that we have as much TNT in our world as possible, because building a Dwarven kingdom requires shifting a lot of blocks, and mining them by hand can sometimes just take a little bit too long. So we're moving on to create this natural stone pillar that goes from the bottom of the world to the top of the world. So we need to go ahead and carve out a circle around the creeper farm. So using a circle blueprint from the internet, all I need to do now that I've counted 10 blocks out from the 4 square center is dig out the circle around the farm. And moving it over 1 block, we've fixed the problem. So now we could just rinse and repeat and get all 4 sides done. So a quick pit stop to grab some andesite, as I've kind of gone around this backwards, as this area is the area that we want to be solid rock, and we need to be digging out the entire area surrounding it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay andesite down in the floor so we know where the outline is, so we don't accidentally mess this up as we come to dig out the outside. So let's just quickly go around and replace the outline with the andesite. But with that done, there's nothing else to it than to just start digging out the area around. Then quickly light it all up so we don't have any mobs that are going to potentially do us harm. And then all we need to do is go ahead, and the whole reason why I said I did this backwards is now fill in the line up to where we actually put down this outline. So there's nothing else to it than to just go ahead and place down stone. And that should be the thing finished up. So the next job on the list is we basically just have to dig vertically up and down. As you may start to piece together, the goal now is to basically carve out the center bit. Now don't worry, it is going to look a little bit flat at first, but once we've got the initial cylinder in, we're actually going to go in and add some kind of texture to it and kind of raise bits out and do some like platforms and stuff on it. We've got a great plan in mind for how we're going to decorate this, but there's nothing to it than just getting it done. So as we always do, let's roll the time lapse. Well, almost 3 broken pickaxes later, we've made a good start towards digging out this pillar. Now, I'm sure you can start to imagine, like, what I was talking about earlier, where we'll have, like, this cylinder pillar, and it'll all be, like, bumpy, and then there's going to be, like, little ledges that kind of protrude out a little bit. And then it's going to be like a spiral going up and around this center pillar. Then, as you can sort of see down here, I am going to build a bridge that goes across from this platform over to the pillar, and then we'll probably have another bridge on the other side and one on this side going off in each direction, so you can kind of walk around it and go off in each direction for the city. So we've made a good start, but I actually want to go ahead and move on by first heading over and repairing our pickaxes at our repair station over in the end. Let's try that again. Over in the end. Oh, now that we've got past that earache, let's get back to the base. I completely forgot my train of thought, but we are going to finish off this platform like so. But if we're going to be taking on this mega city project for the foreseeable future, we're going to need a brand new house. So I got to work trying to design what would be a blueprint moving forward for all of the buildings within our new Dwarven city area. Now, I did get a bit cocky and decide to try and build a diagonal building, and those that are not as experienced in building like myself will know that building diagonally in Minecraft is incredibly difficult, and I tore it all down and started again because I failed beautifully. But that being said, you can see how I kind of was trying to build this Dwarven kind of inspired building in our city, where we had these like extra beefed up corner bits to make the building look a little bit more stocky and a little bit more bulky like a dwarf. Instead of just being flat and making it a sort of more traditional house, I wanted to kind of have it be a statement piece at the very entrance. Well, we've run out of torches, so I'll just use these lanterns very quickly to just run around and light up inside. And there we are. You can also see that we've also started to do a little bit of detailing outside the house as well. I got a bit carried away to just kind of see what it would look like, and we've got a little bit of work to do to make this look a little bit more natural and kind of just add in a little bit of life. Because one thing that I think a lot of people do when they do Dwarven builds is they make them too dark and too heavy on the lava and the musky feeling, whereas I want my Dwarven kingdom to feel like a true Dwarven kingdom, but feel lived in and just have a little bit of life injected to it. Because cave systems are quite naturally very damp places, which would encourage moss growth and vegetation growth if left unchecked, just like it would in a real cave. So that's why I like to have a bit of greenery put in there. But before I was rudely interrupted, it is the end of the video. I appreciate that this hasn't been a particularly very detailed episode in getting a lot of the buildings and fleshing out the actual city. However, this is a project that's probably going to span the next 1,000 days. So all I can do, as my actual office is now getting up to about 30 degrees and climbing and getting very uncomfortable to work in, is say goodbye to your faces. But thank you for tuning in. My name has been Mike, also known as It's Me, Mikey T. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.